For this craft, I'm using my Cricut cutting machine with a light grip mat, but you can also use a well-used standard grip mat. I've got some 65-pound cardstock in black and a scoring stylus, but you can also use a scoring tool if you have one. And then I have adhesive dots or double-sided tape to just adhere the little bats to the wall once I'm done. I'll be sure to link all the supplies in the description below. So when you open Cricut Design Space, you are going to click on the New Projects tab at the top and choose Blank Canvas. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to look for a bat. So if you click on Images on the left-hand side, and I'm going to just type in bat. And you can choose any of these, but what I'm going to do for the purpose of this exercise is I'm going to click on my settings and choose a free image, and that way everyone can follow along even if you don't have the Access subscription. So I'm going to choose this little bat on the side. I'm going to click on that and I'll close out of that. Just drag it and make it a little bit bigger. So next I want to put score lines on the side where the wings are so that it's easier for me to fold them. So I'm going to click on Shapes and then I'm going to click on the line over there, close out of that, and you'll see on this side it says score. I'm just going to change the color of this little bat to make it a little bit easier to see. And then I'm going to enlarge it a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the score line and I'll just eyeball it. Basically bring it to the ear or to the neck of the bat, all the way down to the body. And you'll see I might change it, just change the angle a little bit. Like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Then I'm just going to click on the line and right click and say duplicate. And I'm going to drag it to the other side of the body and just change the angle a little bit. And like I say, it's literally just more or less where the score line is going to go. Before I attach all these elements, I'm just going to click on my bat and change the color back to black. And now I can highlight all three elements and click on attach. So over here you can see I've got the bat and both score lines. You can't really see it on this on the image itself. Next, I just want to create a couple of different sizes of bats. So I'm going to just come up here and change the width to 8 while having my lock locked. And that's just going to change the height as well. Then I'm going to right click on it, say duplicate. This one I'm going to change to 6. Right click again, duplicate, change that to 4. And I'm just creating different sizes so that it goes nicely on the wall. 5, right click, duplicate. Let's do one of 7. And then a little small one of 1. Oh, there we go. So now that I have all my different sizes, I can actually just click on Make. As you can see, I have 8 bats on this piece of cardstock, but what you can do is you can literally just go to where it says Project Copies and increase the number of bats or cuts that you want to have and just say Apply. So now that I've done that, you can see all of a sudden I have 3 full pieces of cardstock full of bats. On the left hand side, you'll see it tells me I'm going to score and then do a basic cut. I am using a mat on mat and a 12 by 12 inch mat. So if you're happy with the amount of bats that you're going to cut, you can come to the bottom here and click on Continue. So like I mentioned, I'm using 65-pound cardstock and it's highlighted over here for me because I use it often. But if it's not showing up on yours, just click on Browse All Materials in the search box. You just cardstock and then you just scroll down a little bit. You'll see it, light cardstock, 65 pound. And you can click on that and say done. I'm going to leave my pressure as default, and then when it tells me to load my tools and materials, I'm going to edit tools over here because I don't have a scoring wheel, but I do have a stylus. So I'm going to click on the scoring stylus and then say apply. I can now go ahead, add my cardstock to my mat and insert my mat into my machine. Once your mat has been measured, you can press the play button to make your cut. Once your cut has been completed, go ahead and remove your mat from your machine and your cut design from your mat. Next, you're going to take your little bat. I don't know if you can see it on here, but you'll see the score lines right there in the middle of that little bat. And all we're going to do is we're going to just fold the wings on that score line and just push them up a little bit, like that. And now we can go ahead and add our double-sided tape or glue dot to the back and stick it against the wall.